everybody. Hi, it's Becky from Power Tools with Thread. We are in Colorado Springs right now, visiting with my son and daughter-in-law and my grandchildren. And I just wanted to share a video with you that I shot the other day. I met the most incredible woman at a store called Patchwork Phoenix in Raton, New Mexico. What this store lacks in inventory that you normally see at these videos that I do, this lady more than makes up in heart. For those of you who think that the art of stitching is lost and not being shared with our young people, Laura Brewer is doing everything she can to make sure that sewing continues on in our young people. For those of you who are at a season in your life where you know you will never use that fashion fabric that you absolutely love, please consider sending it to Laura at the Patchwork Phoenix. All of the mailing and contact information will be below the video in the description box. The entire time I was editing this video, I had a smile on my face from ear to ear and my cheeks hurt when I got done. What she does just warmed my heart. I want to apologize up front for the strange camera angles in this video. Laura was in the middle of a class and was gracious enough to give me a few minutes of her time and show me around and talk to me about what she does. So because we did not have parental consent, I had to make sure that I couldn't get the minors on camera and had to fuzz out their faces. Please give this video a thumbs up. That helps my channel a whole lot. I hope you enjoy watching this video as much as I did making it. This is Old First Street in Raton, New Mexico. And you can see the old buildings and everything. And this shop is called the Patchwork Phoenix, and it's right there under that blue, purplish blue awning. And right behind me is the Amtrak station. It's very easy to find, and it's right off of Highway 25. Patchwork Phoenix. Hey everybody, this is Laura Brewer, and you have the quilt store. I am in Raton, New Mexico. You have the quilt store Patchwork Phoenix. This is great. You said that this fabulous place used to be a bar.
Yes.
You got it on a deal, obviously.
Yes, yes.
Where's the name Patchwork Phoenix come from? Because we're not in Arizona.
Right, right. And people have often asked. Now, patchwork you would assume would be something to do with quilting. And it does. So it was patchwork because we're a little of everything. When we first opened, we were mostly gallery, we were tea shop, we were quilt shop, sewing, whatever. So it was patchwork, a patchwork of ideas and creativity.
Yeah.
And then Phoenix was because First Street was basically closed up. It was a bunch of old boarded up buildings. Nothing was going on here. We didn't have any shops opened at all. And so it kind of had a resurgence like the Phoenix of Lore rising from the ashes. So that's why it's Patchwork Phoenix.
Love that.
Yeah.
That's great.
And since I opened, which was actually in, I got my business license in 2013 for this business.
Okay.
And then opened in it was December of 2013. So we opened for the very first time July 4th of 2014. And we opened because we had ice cream here, hard scoop ice cream also. So as I said, this was a bar before, so we have the bar. So we were able to serve ice cream and teas and coffees and things like that.
Very nice.
So, but we did open mainly for the sewing and quilting because that's what I really liked. And so most of it kind of fell away. I still do occasionally artist receptions and things and the art gallery part. And we'll do some teas and receptions and things like that. But mostly it's sewing and quilting.
That's wonderful. I don't know if you can hear in the background, but there is chatter going on because she is having a class, and we have the most adorable little girls back there learning how to sew. We're gonna pop by back there and take a look at that. If I can go around here just a little bit. You do a lot of teaching here.
Yes, workshops and classes. That's another reason that I opened, was because I felt like there was such a need for our young people especially to be able to be taught in the arts, the needle arts.
Sure.
You know, so cross stitch, embroidery, sewing and quilting, knitting, crochet, all of the needle arts, even tatting. So we do a lot of classes and workshops, and typically I like to do them free of charge.
Wow.
Because, you know, it's not...
it's a noble to a lost art. That's wonderful.
Right, and it's not a wealthy area here, you know, when the mine closed back in 2003, I think it was.
Oh.
And so very economically depressed, and I didn't want to leave anybody out. So I come in because I love what I'm doing, and I want to just pass it on. So mostly, like today, we're doing the fashion fling. We are doing this Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, which is when I'm open, 1:30 to 5:30. And the girls will design their own outfit. Then they make the outfit. We show them how to make their patterns out of old sheets that were donated, and then they create their outfits, and then we have a fashion show at the end.
How
so
great!
It is just so much fun. I've done it, I think, about 5 or 6 times in the past. So
and it sounds like it's pretty successful. You've got that's wonderful.
And again, this is all free of charge because people donate fabrics, they donate zippers, they donate all the notions.
You better be careful, because my viewers may be inundated. Oh, we have somewhere to send fabric. Yes.
So, but mostly we like the fashion fabrics, you know, because I do a lot of quilting, and that's 100% cotton most of the time. Right. But with fashion fabrics, knits and chiffons and seersucker.
Sure.
And, you know,
anything that Fabric Mart Fabric is carrying, just probably yeah. All right, you guys, you heard that. So if you have fabric you want to get rid of, or you are purging, then I think Patchwork Phoenix in Raton, New Mexico would be thrilled with any of your donations.
Absolutely, because we'll plan on doing the fashion fling again.
You're going to be
January.
sorry.
I know. I've actually already received like boxes worth of more, almost like a velveteen fabric from some people.
Right.
So, you know, and that's, we got another one of our gals coming in.
Okay.
So. Hi, ladies. We'll have to make some room for you, okay? Because we got a full house today. So wait for me, and then we'll get you all set up. Okay? So normally they had started on Fridays, but because we're trying to get things finished, they're coming in on Monday and Wednesday as well. So I usually have my ladies, the older ladies, here on Wednesday. So we have kind of a full house today.
Yeah, I looked at. That's awesome.
Yeah. So,
okay, so as far as things to purchase for shoppers, you have you've got paper patterns, you have a few books, you've got some notions.
Right.
And
lots of embroidery threads.
And
these are for machine embroidery.
Okay.
I have a few just a regular hand embroidery. Sullivan's brand, which is actually an excellent brand. And then I do carry the Aurifil threads and Olfa cutters, you know, so it's mostly just to replenish what we use up and need here for classes and workshops and whatever someone else is doing. So we have 100% cotton mostly. These are ones that I've featured because we did.
Look at this panel, you guys, with the wolves.
The wolves, we have bear, we have eagles.
These are real big in New Mexico.
Yes.
She buys things that are big in New Mexico.
Right, so we have an elk here, and then we have a bison. So the wildlife panels are very popular here.
Yes.
And then we just did the Stack and Whack Revisited. It was one by Bethany Reynolds that she did way back in, I think, 2000 or something like that.
Okay.
And a lot of my new quilters had never heard of it, so we did Stack and Whack.
Yeah.
And I've got a sample of that on the wall.
She has ribbons and
some
trims.
Ribbons and trims.
This is for your fashion show stuff.
Right.
And
then this is the
a few
batiks.
batiks. Okay.
And mostly I carry blends because being a small shop, I can't carry a lot. And most of my quilters will go traveling and they'll pick up a focus fabric here and there. And then they come in and say, I need to match this. So I have, you know, lots of greens, lots of blues and different things, different textures.
Few pieces of felt, flannel.
Yep, some flannel.
Okay.
I have lots of the polyester felt because of the schools and craft projects that they like to do. So, and then lots and lots of different types of batting. I have it on the roll. I also have it in the package. I just got a bunch in that I haven't set out yet, but because quilters are always needing batting.
Always, yeah. I don't have any black batting. I might get. I can't get any big bolts of fabric while we're on the road. My husband, we have no room.
Oh, of course.
He's told me we have no room.
Nope, they can't do it. Put it on the roof.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay.
And she's got some rulers here.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so it doesn't really look like a huge amount, but you
Right.
have a little bit of everything.
Right.
That is, if you need it, you've got it. You've got a
Exactly.
little
Even
bit.
like
Yeah.
a few crafts, some
Sure.
jewelry making ideas here, and then buttons. This is a little bit of somebody on the road will come in and say, "Oh, I broke my needle," or "I broke."
Right, or I need a
lost
crochet
one.
hook certain size,
Yes,
and you
yes.
have
And
them.
so
That's
I do
great.
carry different
Yeah.
sizes, and even the tatting shuttles,
Sure.
needle tatting as well, and then we have
Like
bobbins
and yep, bobbins. Got to have them. That's great. Well,
Yeah, little
good.
feet, all
little
kinds
bit of everything.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
some buttons if you need them.
Sure. Snaps, Velcro. Like you mentioned, it's just a little of this, a little of that, because you never know what somebody might be needing.
That's
made.
Look
though.
at, she's sewing on a featherweight. Isn't that
So
fabulous?
get your bag, and that way she
Look
can,
at
you can
you.
show her.
And look at, here's an original Brother machine. Mm-hmm. You guys know I like that.
Yeah.
That's the great grandmother to my Luminaire.
To what? Yeah, right. And I have the baby lock in the back that does
The
some-
Solaris?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So this is what we're working on. This is the Fashion Fling.
Okay.
And it is a whole class schedule. It's all free for we only have space for 8 young
Okay.
people. So they work on this, and then they end up having a fashion show. So they actually create their own design by looking in magazines and things.
And learning how to do measurements.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is one of them. This is her outfit that she wants to make. This was what she's making her bag out of. We always start with the bag, and that's how they actually learn how to sew. is
Okay,
making the
perfect,
bag.
yeah.
It's a lined bag with 2 pockets.
Wow,
They
wonderful.
made a dart, so they learned how to
Make a dart, how to shape.
shape fabric.
Right. How to gather.
Yep.
Yes.
Waistline. That one was pleats. So
This
they're doing
is
a
wonderful.
little of everything here.
You know what? I think this is even inspirational for somebody who might want to do something like this and not sure how.
Sure.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's just I do it because I love it. It's not because I make any money at it.
Right?
But all the fabrics are donated. The sewing machines I have picked up at various garage sales.
Sure.
And we have a little mercado here in Raton where you can buy lots of different
Can you show me
collectibles.
what you're sewing?
I'm making a bag.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna make the inside of this.
You're lining. Yeah, with a pocket. Well, you're doing a wonderful job. That's great.
And hope you will have yours already finished.
Oh, yours is
don't you?
finished. I love your ribbon trim. Nicely done. That is great.
Looks good. Looks very good.
Very nicely
You might
done.
want to sew that
Let's
part
see what
right
you've
there,
got.
just a little bit.
Oh, the braid is very elegant. Nice.
Show her the inside of your bag too there.
You've got a handle on it and everything.
And what they did was actually make 2 of the bags exactly the same, and then they put one inside the other.
Okay, so they're reversible.
They
Could be,
Yeah,
sure.
good.
That's really neat. That's a good, did you design that pattern?
Yes.
Yes. Very nice.
And then over
And
there,
look at this. I want to,
yeah, that's an old signature.
yeah, showcasing these. And you've already started on your garment,
Yes.
right? And your top, the top is the bodice. Yep. Very
Okay.
nice. And look
All
at
right,
your
I think
bag
that
with
would
the
be a good
pretty
idea.
floral trim. Very nice.
Okay, let's see what you've got.
I also have
Okay, you've got both of these sewn
Are you having
now?
fun? This is a fun class, isn't it?
Okay. All right.
And
now you're going to
everybody
do
has
this
a little
one exactly
weighted
the same as you did that
pincushion
one.
and
Okay.
a thread
Let's,
catcher.
Let's sew this. Okay. So you're going to go ahead and hold this down and use your sewing gauge and then pin that all the way around, okay?
You could put sprinkles in.
So
What are
that's
you making?
Vivian.
It's wall panels.
Is this up
see.
here?
That's a great pattern,
That's
especially for scraps.
That's called the Rainbow Cross. but
Okay.
We altered it a little bit so that instead of doing different colors, we just did it like a watercolor where it went from light to dark.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's gorgeous. Love this.
And then Joe is up here making neckties, the cool ties that go around your neck in the summertime to keep you cool.
Right.
She's donating to our police department, our sheriff's department, the fire department.
That's
so
great.
she's making bunches of them.
Why not?
That's one thing, we have very generous people here in Raton that like to do for others.
Yes. But when you have it, you might as well spread the wealth.
Right.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Okay. So I'm going to take you to the back also.
Okay.
because Although it's an absolute mess because I've just finished rearranging everything.
Well, I only gave you 5 minutes notice, so I, don't expect you to have
I
that.
didn't clean at all. So. Yes, honey. Let me see where you are right now. Okay. Let's go ahead and put this one inside of that one now, because you've sewn both of them. And we're going to put it like this so that you see the inside just like the outside. And then do you have your strap handy? Did we make your strap? Okay, we're going to come back then and we'll make your strap. And then we're going to sew your strap in, okay?
Okay.
All right, so can you find that fabric again? Let's see where we had it. We'll cut the strap for you. Oops, thank you. And then you can sew that together. I thought for sure we had a strap. Let me see. Nope, that one's too short. Well, we'll find it. I know we had a strap here for you somewhere.
There you go.
I bet that's it, because we just need to cut it
Yep,
to
that
the
is it.
size, right? So we're just going to cut this off. Okay, now you're going to take this and pin it like we do before and just sew all the way down this side, okay? And that will be your strap. Set this right up here. Okay, good job. Yeah, she's going to be making that blue skirt for hers. Where's your book, Hope? Let's look at your book and show her what you've worked on so far. Sit it right here and show her. Show her your design that you want to make. What they did was they looked through magazines and got ideas for the different things.
I wanted my bag to be, but I couldn't find it.
Okay.
So she did that color.
That's what it was going to be, but skirt.
Okay.
Skirt instead of the jeans.
That's my dad.
Oh, nice. I can't even see it. That's wonderful.
Yeah,
And that's your gather.
that's her pleats.
Pleats?
I think that was it, right? Okay.
Wonderful.
Yep, so she's doing a great job. Okay,
You
I'm going
are
to take you to the back.
Okay. You've got
And
more
this is
Robinson Anson threads back here.
lots of them, yeah.
Lots and lots.
This is actually in progress right now because I just set up my long arm machine. I got it from a friend of mine. It's an old one. It's like a 2000.
Right.
But it works
So, but
great.
you do not offer commercial long arming services yet.
Not yet.
Right.
I plan to.
She plans to.
Okay.
Okay.
I've been practicing.
Okay. Well, good.
So,
That's wonderful.
and then this is also my art area. I love to paint, and that's why I
You
like to
painted
feature-
that?
Yeah.
That's great.
I like to feature different artists here when we have receptions.
Right.
So it's all been rearranged, and so it's everything's kind of piled in piles right,
Right,
now until
right.
I had to make room for this big little gal
Well,
here.
yeah. Absolutely.
And as now you can see, this used to be where the pool table was.
Oh, I
there's
love
the
it.
original Budweiser
That's
sign.
great.
Yeah. So
That is great.
This was-
When I lived in New Mexico, Raton is right there with Santa Fe and Taos and all that.
Yes.
Very artsy,
Very artsy,
artisan focused, creative.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I remember all of that. I was stationed at Kirtland for
sure.
2 years
Oh,
down in
okay.
Albuquerque.
Yeah.
So used to come skiing and all that kind of stuff. So yeah,
Sure.
it's been a while since I've been here, but that is something I remember. It's very
Yes.
art
we have
centric.
a large artist population.
Right.
We don't get the notoriety that Taos and
Right.
the
Santa Fe,
does,
sure.
But we have a really very creative people here. Yeah. Like that. It's very nice. This was one of the very first ones I did, and it was actually a pattern that they did for the kiddos in the hospital, Linus, Project Linus.
Okay, yes,
And,
yes.
and it was that pattern where you just did borders. You
Right.
just kept adding borders.
Just add borders.
That was, I used to teach quilting as an adjunct down in Springer at Luna Community College.
Okay.
And that was when I decided to open up a shop instead of teaching, because it was such a long drive down there and back. I did it for several semesters, but those were my students. They made that for me, and
And they signed the blocks.
Yeah, it's a
That's
friendship
so
block.
nice.
Yeah.
That is so
and
nice.
this was done by Kathleen Henson. She was an artist, a fiber artist, and those are all stamps, and she calls it her American stamp quilt.
Those are stamps.
Yeah, those are all stamps.
Wow.
So she donated that to my shop.
That's really nice.
So
Oh,
anyway,
I love the ceiling in here. This is
yeah,
great.
you know, unfortunately, it's in pretty sad shape because this building was empty for many years.
Yeah.
And
It was neglected and
neglected. Yeah. So we're
So-
trying. My husband and I are trying to refurbish and
Sure.
get it put back. So we did a lot of plumbing and electrical just to get the place open.
Sure, I understand that. Well, you are just a wonderful, wonderful soul
Oh,
to be
thanks.
teaching.
all these kids. Yeah. And then I do my doTERRA too because I love the essential oils.
So this is really, this has so much
actually
character.
A real working
Look at that.
cash register. I use the new and the old together.
Well,
so I have my
good.
square register and my
And your
regular.
cash.
Yeah.
That's fabulous. I really want to thank you for being so generous with your time.
Oh, no
Not
problem.
time for me, time for the kids too.
Yeah,
That's just,
yeah.
that's wonderful. But
enjoyed it.
for a no-notice visit, this was just so much fun
Well,
to
thank
come
you.
in and look at and see.
Yeah.
And I'm happy and proud to feature you on the channel. I think
Well,
that'll
thank
be
you.
great.
Please send me an email when it's up and running. And
I
I'll
will.
promote it out there to everybody else.
You bet, or your phone will start ringing.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, and you'll know.
All right, thank you.
Well, Laura, thank you so much.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure. We'll
Nice
talk to you
meet
soon.
you.
Bye.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.